What's up, folks? It's your boy Bob Hollywood back with another exciting review. I am sorry for last week's laziness. I uploaded an older video that I had that I never posted. It's because time got get away from me, and I didn't get a chance to record a proper video. But this week you get 3 new videos. Today's video is going to be this McFarlane The Witcher, Geralt of Rivia. I have never seen the television show or even have played the Witcher games. Netflix has some animated Witcher content, or at least one, and I do remember watching that. It was decent. Yeah, I got this figure from Burlington. I went into Burlington over the weekend to get some new work pants. And I found this guy in the clearance. And I was like, hey, for that price, why not? We'll do a review. I wouldn't have normally bought this. Again, I'm not a big McFarlane fan because of the 7-inch scale. But for $4, why not? Anyway, folks, I'm not going to talk your heads off. I'm just going to bust this guy out of his plastic prison. I'll be right back. All right, we're back. I have Geralt out of his plastic prison. He comes with 3 accessories, I suppose. Let's go over this. And I complain whenever I do a McFarlane figure, they put the base on the back of this cardboard. And this could have been a perfectly good, just like little stand for a figure. But once you take this plastic off, it's going to ruin that. So I'm not even going to deal with that. I don't care. He comes also with this sword. Mine's a little bent, as you can see. But it's silver. It's got some gold and black painting on there. It's got some writing. If the camera wants to focus. It does not want to focus. There we go. I don't know what language that's supposed to be, but it's written, it's on both sides, so that's pretty cool. This is a pretty decent looking sword. Again, it's just a little warped. Let's see if it'll go in his right hand with any difficulty. His hands are a little tight. His hands here do not want to allow him to hold the sword, which sucks. Anyway, let's put him back there. But yeah, the sword looks good. I can't get his hand to cooperate to see how he holds it. It looks like it could fit in both hands. And there's also this cape. I thought it was on him while I was trying to free him, but it wasn't until I got him out of the plastic that I realized this was secured on its own. I'm not going to tie this around him. I think I'd like to use it for something else. But you can see how it fits on him. I guess he could bundle himself up. Not necessarily a fan of that. I'm glad that it's fabric and you can do what you want with it, but I wish I didn't have to worry about tying it myself. Anyway, as you can see, I'm holding Geralt. He has a scabbard on his back, and his sword goes in there really easily. It's tight. It's not going to fall. He could, in theory, reach back and pull it out. But yeah, he's just wearing these grayish blacks. Looks like a leather piece with some studding for the top. Shoulder pads are attached to these little straps, but they're glued down. This right side seems to be more glued than this left, as you can see. So yeah, that's not coming off. Unless you wanted to, you could peel this. It is glued throughout, but I think that would mess up the aesthetic. It's up to you. It's your toy. He also has this silver here medallion. Looks like it should be a necklace, but it's just the two little pieces connected at either end, so it's not an actual necklace. It doesn't move anywhere. He's got on, again, grayish black pants. I don't know what material they would be. Maybe they're also leather. And he got some boots. I don't know why. He somewhat reminds me, just looking at the pants, he just makes me think of Arnold in the first Terminator film. Just the pants, not obviously anything else. I think his face looks like Henry Cavill. And this is, I believe, the first toy I've owned with Henry Cavill. I didn't buy any of the Mattel DC Multiverse figures of the character of Superman, and I haven't bought any of the McFarlane DC multiverse of the character Superman. And obviously there's other brands as well, but they're more expensive. I haven't dabbled into that. This, if my memory serves me correctly, is my first, I don't even know if I called him the right name. I can't think of his name. Henry Cavill. So this is a role he was, fulfilling whilst also playing Superman and doing other stuff in Hollywood. Let's go over his articulation. I'm going to get rid of the sword. His head is there. And let's see if it looks down. It looks down. It goes back a little bit. I pushed it back some when I was just holding him. And it's... Ideally, if it didn't have long hair, it would rotate 360. Let's give you very little attitude. Let's see what the arms go. The arms give you a full T. There was no resistance there. It's going to rotate 360. It has this pad here. He also has a thigh swivel, which will theoretically, I'm going to say theoretically, rotate 360. But because of this piece of his guard, it gets in the way. Double jointed elbows. And you saw how versatile that was when I was reaching for the sword earlier. So the double jointed elbows are good. And he's going to have these little wrist ball joints. And I can't tell which way they go. I think they can... No, they're a ball joint, so they can rotate separately from the hand if you want it. So theoretically, he has horizontal and vertical. For the torso, I feel like there's a cut in there. And you can see the shirt giving me some flexibility, but you're not going to get much movement because of that top. And that top, in theory, could it come off? I can't see if there's any painting under there. It might just be black. So, good thing is, I have two of these. I might, deconstruct one just for some fun. I might. I'm not sure. His legs, I'm going to give you a full split. And he balances well. There's going to be thigh rotation. And I didn't give you how far his legs go up. That's all I'm getting. I'm going back that much. Not much at all. Double jointed knees. Cannot kick his own butt. No boot cut, but he does have those same ball joints in his ankle, which allows, if you separate them, the rotation. If I can get it. If you can get it, I think you can rotate the ball separately from the foot. That doesn't make much of a difference. And he also has toe articulation. His toes can almost touch his shins. So, if your toe on your left foot can touch your left shin, you're pretty flexible. And again, since he comes with the base, he does have peg holes. That's Geralt, man. I got nothing to say. I like the sword's design. I wish his hands were more agreeable without, having to use heat. I'm going to go ahead and do that off camera. But let's compare him to the review crew. Since he is a big boy, we're going to compare him with the big boys first. We're going to compare him with Roadblock. He is taller than Roadblock. He is like half a head taller than Roadblock. Roadblock. I said Roadblock. Then we're going to compare him to Titus O'Neil. He is also taller than Titus O'Neil. And before I forget, let's get his actual height, just under 7 inches. So he's taller than the two biggest boys in the review crew. Let's compare him to one of the shortest ones, might be the shortest one, Winston Zedmore, who comes to his pecs, and Donald Lando, same thing, comes to the pecs. They might be the same height. Winston, Lando's a little bit taller. Let's do Devin and Eric Killmonger. And both of them just past his shoulders. Let's get the ladies in there. These are also taller figures. Whoops, almost knocked them over. And Andra does not compare in terms of height, and neither does Vixen, but they are both two tall figures. I think they are the tallest that have not been in the review crew. So they actually compare pretty well. And for our final height comparison, we got John Bones Jones. And he's taller than both of these guys. John comes past his shoulder. Lucio is shorter than his shoulders. So the ones at least come to his shoulders. They look much better with him compared to the ones that just stop at his chest. I got nothing else for this review, guys. I apologize for my tardiness, for my laziness, and I'll make it up to you some way or another. I appreciate you being here. I appreciate you existing out in the world and providing us all with energy. And I wouldn't have it any other way. Thank you for being here. Like, comment, subscribe. Action figures speak louder than words.